Fuck. Imagine win the 1.7 billion. Wait, who holds the mic? Who holds the mic
You
first?
can start with it.
What would I do with it?
Yeah, what would you do with
First
it?
thing I would.
Oh, wait,
hold on, I'm gonna ask you.
Leave that. What would I do with it? Oh my god.
Yeah, leave that.
That's tough.
Hello. I am here on the Closer Conversations podcast powered by Connect CTNY.
Forgot the name.
And I'm sitting here with Fran Volpe of Why Not You Media, my good compadre, Michael Spindler,
Cheers,
who's a
baby.
killer real estate agent. And we're here, and we're going to do a cheers. How you doing?
Cheers.
L'chaim. Fran, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So it's nice to have you here because we had your partner Tony on last week,
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Wow,
Who cares?
Time flies.
Time does
We're
fly.
having so much fun. Well, Fran, it's nice to have you here because one of the coolest things about you, jumping in all seriousness right into it, you really are a social media guru. You've done some incredible things. I've watched you basically reinvent yourself with a new social media account. One of the first things I remember you doing when you relaunched your page was the one question things, which I'm now stealing from
He
you.
totally stole from you.
Which
I
I'm
told
all
him.
about. He told me. I'm all about it. Take everything.
When you said it to me, when you said you stole this from Fran, I'm like, I should tell him that I'm stealing this.
Yeah, go for
I
it.
hope you did.
Go for
I
it.
did.
It's funny. Roman sent it to me.
Yeah,
he
did
goes.
he?
He goes. Where have I?
he is.
He goes. Where have I seen this before? I was just like, I'm gonna call him out, JK. I was like, oh, go fuck take
No,
it.
you should have, dude. I totally.
I'm
felt
all
that.
about it though.
Dude,
I'm glad you did.
But you know,
I hope because of it you make $1 million.
Well, you know what's so? I mean, I hope I make $1 million, regardless of you. But
Just from the connections from it.
yes. But what's so interesting about? I mean, this wasn't even where I was going when I introduced you, or my question I was going to ask. But what I love about the one question things that I've been doing is you're doing the collab feature, which gets you in front of so many new pages. And I was saying this to you at Tony's event the other night. When I do one with Mike or our friend Brandon, they're sort of useless to me at this point because I've collabed with them so many times and so many posts. Their audience knows me, especially your audience, Mike. I've been to your wedding. Like everybody you know knows me.
Yeah.
But like as you start to get people like you, Fran, when we do our collab post, or me
Yep.
and Tony, like that is, I truly think, the opportunity to get in front of a new audience. And I love, long-winded, but I love what you've done to reinvent yourself with this new page because you've gotten yourself in front of a new audience, whether it be the one, what is it called?
The snack time.
Snack time. Thank you. Snack time and all the great stuff you do over at Why Not You Media. So after 47,000 seconds of me talking about you,
What was your question on that?
there was no question.
There was no question?
I was going to say,
Just a
Fran,
great intro.
why don't you introduce yourself?
Well, first off, thank you guys for having me.
Yeah,
I
of course.
appreciate
Yeah,
it.
you're
You know,
welcome.
I kind of love this stuff. It's very
This is right up your alley.
it's very intimate. It's nice. It's nice.
What, just us sitting this
Yeah,
close to
it's
each other?
nice. It's cool. It's
You know,
different. I've never been on a podcast like this.
Some in the industry call this a casting couch.
I've heard that one before.
How do I follow up on
Yeah.
that?
No, but yeah, like the introduction it is what it is, right? You know, I'm one of the co-founders of Why Not You Media. Obviously, I did have an old Instagram page. Someone tried hacking it, reinvented myself, posted marketing material. Obviously, algorithms changed. Growing was not the same as it was back in like 2018, 2019. Started doing the one question thing to get in front of a different audience. Went all in, honestly, on being a foodie and the snack time, and that's just exploded over the last 4 months. It's got me in front of so many different people, so many different business owners, all about
Have you had
relationships.
people reaching out to you for like doing like other restaurants and
Oh,
stuff
dude,
reaching out?
I have a list. Like,
a shelf thing coming up, right?
well, no, so we were supposed to do the thing in Yonkers. We were supposed to do the bacon, egg, and cheese event. It got rained out. They didn't reschedule, so we're hopefully setting up a meeting in November to plan for next year. But like our announcement video alone did like 54,000 views. It was like crazy, and yeah, and in a localized market, you know. So that's why it was super important. But just overall, like the reinventing and trying new things. Like I'm honestly such a student to the game when it comes to marketing. Like I'm the type of person that like I wish I could like sit here and just like work with you all day on your marketing. You know, that's the type of person I am. Because I'm all about
passionate about it.
Yeah, I love trying new things and
Yep.
testing new things, and like obviously, you know, with running a business, you have to move with speed, and like our clients need their content, they need to get it out. It's a volume game,
Yep.
and based off that, we're able to adapt. But no, it's you know, starting a whole new page and trying new things. It's a challenge. You know, it's like, how do I make this work? Like our YouTube page we just started for Snack Time. We just hit over 1,000 subs in 5 days. It was like really,
YouTube?
yeah, on YouTube.
Sick. How long?
So no.
How long are the videos, Fran?
So on
I want to make sure it's recording, but continue.
Please
yeah on like YouTube.
Oh,
Is
God.
it recording?
That-
recording.
It wasn't
Okay.
the first time that happened.
This has happened 3 times.
It is what it is.
And that's what happens when you drink bourbon right before. You shut the glass.
Are you spoiling what's going on for the fans at home, our 3 viewers?
It's all about the clips, bro.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
So, YouTube Shorts. Yeah, so the videos are 60.
You're doing shorts.
Yeah, shorts, 60 seconds or less.
That's where it's at right now, right?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Short content is
Yes,
like that.
short content is really where it's at. If you're gonna double down on everything, it's the short content. And it's like I was speaking, I guest lectured at Mercer University today, which was really cool.
That's super cool.
sick.
Yeah, that was like a goal of mine to always like do a college class.
We did that with high school kids.
That's
that
right.
was actually awesome.
We did.
That's dope.
Yeah, how much business did you get from it?
But I don't know. We got a couple videos. We got content out of it.
Yeah.
Did we? I don't even know if we got videos out of it because you know what? We didn't push record. You know what's crazy? Mike, now that I think about this in retrospect, we didn't record a single one of our speeches, either of us.
No, we did not.
You're kidding.
Crazy.
I went first, so that's on you.
I don't know why we
up
didn't.
there.
I don't know why we didn't think about this.
He was drinking bourbon.
Yeah, you're
No,
right.
I was in high school. I pre-gamed it. Come on.
But no, like I was telling the kids, like the importance of like the 3-second hook
Yeah,
and the people's
yeah.
attention spans, trying new things. It's like, look, it's with marketing and anything in marketing, and like you and I, every time we're together, we talk about like it's always trying new things. Like what's gonna get people to talk about you?
Yep.
And I think in today's world, people don't realize that yes, social media, people get on it and they're like, oh, I post, I should get leads, I should get deals. No, it's
consistency.
It's consistency, and also like it creates word of mouth. Like think about how many people, whether they're making fun of you or not, could be
Talking
in this
about you.
in this moment, in this exact fucking moment of us sitting here, could be talking about you or you two.
3 things I can add to that, right? The first thing I'm going to say is, Fran, I remember the first time Mike and I met. Had we met when I came to the office?
The first time.
First time I ever
You're
met
a
you.
wealth of knowledge.
I
Well,
appreciate
you know
it.
what I was going to talk about? The very interesting thing he did was he taught us about that 3-second hook.
Yeah.
And he was like,
Because
I
we
remember,
came in, we
here's
had it-
how I made
Yeah.
$1 million in insurance.
We,
sales
we
before-
had it all planned out. And we
I
were
had,
like,
I had
that's
literally
way
had
better.
a document of shit, and he was like, no,
Yeah.
this is terrible.
Yeah.
You know? So yes, you are a wealth of knowledge. And what I will say, what's so funny about what you just said is there are always going to be people that don't like the way you do business or don't like you as a person. But what is so interesting, before I piggyback back to that,
Was this point number 2 on that? Or what was,
Just
where were we at in that bullet
roll
point
with
there?
me. You know, I look back on when I started making content, 6 years ago, 7 years ago. I was standing in my backyard and I would hold up these whiteboards and I would wear my glasses and I looked like a nerd and I would say, Austin, the insurance guy here. And I'd go into these videos and I was in college at the time. And
Yep.
we talked about this on one of the
Yes.
podcasts
Yes,
we've
we
done
did.
together. And everybody made fun of me. But here I am 7 years later doing it on a full scale in an office that I own with a backdrop that looks super professional.
Yeah.
And
I love this
And now
office.
it's
It's cozy.
legitimized. Thank you. I don't like the word cozy.
You don't like the
though.
word cozy?
No,
Cozy, like, it's
Cozy-
like small?
Yeah.
cozy gives off a negative
No,
connotation.
no, I don't think
You don't have
so.
to defend yourself. We're gonna move past.
No,
it,
no,
okay?
no. I'm not. No. Like I'm telling you, when I walk in here, I feel like I'm able to have a real conversation.
Yeah, and I mean
That's the
what
way I
was
would
going
put
Yeah,
it.
it doesn't feel stiff.
No, it doesn't feel
Feels like
stiff.
you're right
Like
at
I feel
home.
like I could walk in here. I
Yeah.
feel like I'm at home. I could sit down, have a real conversation. That's what I mean by cozy.
Well, but when we
I'm
designed,
a coffee shop guy.
Yeah. See, there's a big sticking point for him.
You saw you just caught that. The big thing was when I designed the Chapico office, like, dude, I literally did this to a T. Like, I literally was building 3D models out of this office, and I said, this is exactly what I want. And dude, just having this area where like Mike and I were able to not only like bring back Connect CTMY, the Closing Conversations podcast, but like, dude, this is the dream, man, because like, business has been slower for me, and like I could just walk over here and record videos. It's
amazing.
Like, it's so cool,
It's
Like,
amazing.
It's awesome, dude. My videos are doing well, and it's like, you're right. It's about the 3-second hook and how to catch the attention.
It's also
There's
being
still people that laugh at it, but
Of course, and look, you can't have everyone like you. It's absolutely impossible. There's 8 billion people in the world. There's a billion people active on Instagram. So to have everyone like you, like it's just not possible. It's impossible. You can be the nicest person in the world, and there's going to be someone that hates you because you're too nice.
Right. That was a big lesson I learned.
So the way I look at it, but like to my points, like when you walk in here, like I feel like it's like if I didn't know you and I walked in here, I feel like all right, this is really cool. Like I feel comfortable. I can have a conversation with you. It's bright. There's white walls. You have motivational.
So you just said, hold that to my mouth. Yeah. You just said that if you didn't know me, you would walk in here and you'd be like, this is really cool. But what if you did know me? How do you feel? You don't
Same way.
Well, you already told me.
Yeah.
I'm just doubling down.
No, same way. Like I really like your office.
Thanks.
Like I really do. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I
Yeah,
like
no,
it here.
I feel the same
You
way.
know, so like to your point though, like we were talking about like people not liking you. Like look, the snack time thing, for example, right? Like I do it with one of my best friends, Nikki, and like he's a dude from South Yonkers, grew up very different probably than the three of us.
Yep.
And
Mike's got a
Mike's
got a good upbringing.
Yeah, and
No, I mean like different.
oh yeah, and
No, seriously, he's got. I don't know if I told your story. It's a good story to tell.
no, but
Save it
yeah,
for
we'll save it for another time. But yeah, people say things and they make comments and stuff, but it comes with the territory.
What's the worst comment that you've heard so far from this video?
Hold the mic up or what?
Well, I don't want. I'm trying to do the opposite because you know how that's going to come out, right?
Down here, it's not going to look good at all.
You ever watch how he holds the mic? It's literally right here.
Oh, it sounds like
So
you're
it
screaming.
comes up
I have to clean the audio.
Hold on. Shout out Tony. Tony holds the mic like this.
That's why we didn't give him one last time. When he was talking, we just both held the mic.
Actually, but then we realized after his podcast the mic was broken.
Right. Which
At
is
least-
probably not even working right now.
No, they are.
I think
I
they're working.
fixed them. I uploaded this firmware of the $30 mics.
What was I saying?
No,
So the worst comment?
Yeah.
There's been a lot. It's just like people making fun of him, or making fun of me.
Like, what do you know about food? Or
No one even says anything about food. Like,
Oh no, I've been eating it for 26 years, baby.
Yeah.
I've been eating it for 26 years.
no one ever says anything about food. It's like about your looks.
Right,
The whether it's the man bun, the tattoos, the hat, the clothes, it's just stupid shit.
Yeah.
It's honestly, you never realize how miserable people are.
Right.
Like they
How
literally
you know it's working?
because they're fucking commenting.
Right.
I walked up to his name's Nicky, right?
Yeah.
I walked up to Nicky at Roman's event. I said, "Dude, I've been watching all your content. It's great to meet you."
Yeah.
Now I know that probably felt a certain way to him because I'm on the reverse end of that spectrum when I do my own content.
Yeah.
And people walk up to me and they say, because that happened to me at Roman's event.
Yeah.
People walk up to me and they said, "Yo, are you Austin the insurance guy?" I said,
But see,
I am.
see, that's the thing though.
That's what it's
To me, being from the marketing side of things, I fucking love that people know him as Austin the Insurance Guy.
Yeah.
You know how much power is in that, dude?
Dude, it's working.
Dude, drop your last name. It's just like Austin Insurance. I tell
thought
Joey
about it.
I tell Joey that all the time. Dude, he's not when you
He's got
tell
a
people.
family, though.
Yeah, he does. But when you tell people do you know Joe Lackey? They're like, who the fuck is that?
Well, I didn't even know his last name until you just said it.
But
Really?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But how would you spell it?
God only knows.
HLADKI.
You know what? Nah,
Okay. But to the point, everyone knows him as Joey the
Right.
Lawyer. That's taken 9 years.
Most people probably don't know his last name.
No,
No, they must.
Really?
I don't know.
I don't know. They
You
must.
should do a test. You should go people that you know and be like, yo, what's my last name?
That's actually a good video.
Like your clients. Well, no, you have to. Your shit's on there.
My clients must
Yeah,
know my
yeah,
last
yeah.
name. But you know what's crazy? When I call a client, I say, "Hey, it's Austin the Insurance Guy."
Yeah, but that's
I
smart.
don't just live the brand through social media. This all started, just so you know why Austin the Insurance Guy started. Because when I work with a client, I used to tell them to save my name in their phone as Austin
Right.
the Insurance Guy.
But dude, you've been-
so that if they forgot my name, they could just search the word insurance and
Right.
my name would pop
That
up.
is so
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah.
And how old were you when you did that?
I was
19, 20?
I must have been 19.
Holy fuck. How old are you now?
I'm 26.
So, holy shit, you've been doing that for 7 years? That's
Yeah,
quick,
like,
bro.
pretty much since
I
I
want you to
started.
understand something. The fact that you started doing that at 19, there's guys who are in their 40s who wouldn't even think of that.
Well, I mean, I think that Fran, me, you, and Mike can all agree. There are people that come up to me and they speak to me with such envy of what I've done and what I've built because, and it's maybe not about the business that I produce. It's more about the way that I'm doing it. I'm very much of the mindset. We've talked about this with my
Yeah.
necklace that says my way.
Yep.
I'm very much of the terms of doing things on my own terms.
You have to.
It's very much similar to content. I think that's why content
Yeah.
works so well for me because I'm comfortable trying things that others might not. And if it doesn't work, I'll try it again later. And my mentor taught me that. I mean, I owe everything to him in a lot of aspects. Not the content stuff, but the content stuff works with everything I do because it falls in line with the creative mindset that I try to hold when I conduct business.
Yeah, and it also goes back to your point of people are going to either love you for who you are.
A lot of people hate
or,
me.
or they're going to hate you. And a lot of people hate you, but more
Yeah.
people love you.
I think so.
And that's why you do well in business.
And I think
so.
And I think also it comes down to is just when you say you're 26 years old,
Yeah.
there's probably people that are your competitors that think you're 35.
Right.
Yeah, I can't even believe I just told you my age. I never actually usually, it's crazy. As I get older in this business, my competition looks at me like a young buck. I've been in this fucking game for 7 years.
Yeah, which
I've been doing this for a long fucking time.
but in the grand scheme of things, it's really not that long. If you
Dude,
really
7 years is a respectable
yeah,
amount of
it
time.
is. But if you really break it down, Tony and I and Michael just had this conversation the
We
other
got
day.
5 years now?
We're going on 5 years, right? And I think it was Tony that broke it down because we had a meeting and we left the meeting and Tony texted the group and he's just like, I can't believe how much value that we've been we're adding to clients because when we hit people with our Why Not You Media, I guess, like our funnel of like how you need to be doing things, people are like, whoa, I did not know that's how much went into it. From the outbound engagement, the paid ads, the content creation, the like doing what you're doing online, offline, like all these, like Tony's the perfect, representation of that, from like the cigar dinners, then all these different things. You have to live it. But there's so much that goes into all this, and we're only 5 years in. You're only 7 years in. You're only dude. That's like, how old are you?
I'm 28.
You're fuck. You got. I'm 29. Like we're fucking. Like if you really.
Bro, it's right here.
It's not. No, but our last guest was holding it too far, and it was a problem. So like,
hold it here. You gotta hold it like a little, like an actual mic.
Yeah.
But Mike, hold the mic.
Trust me, this comes up.
Dude, I'm tired of this. Every fucking podcast. Mike and Mike, I get it. It's a joke.
But
I'm curious. What's the average age of somebody in insurance?
45.
I know I'm a boomer in this. I mean, I know there's a lot, mostly older people in the space. I'm like one of the youngest.
40-something.
Dude, it's got to be older, but like but one thing I want to piggyback off what you said, tying into what you just said. I'm sitting here, I'm trying to learn the commercial insurance industry because it's so unique in the sense it's a little bit different. I've mastered the personal lines game.
Yeah.
There's money in commercial insurance. The personal line space has changed. You know what my thought process is? I'll try it now and I'll strike out 46 times. But the problem is not the problem. The benefit is I'm 26 years old. I say I'm going to retire in 10 years. I'm not.
There's no way you would retire.
I'll go play golf every day. I'd probably be fine. I'd probably be fine with a couple of vodkas.
You'll get bored.
I don't agree.
No, you move a mile a minute. There's no way you could retire. You can't play golf every day.
Yeah, it's one thing I will say. What I was saying is, I have so much time to fuck up and learn and master this in so many different areas because there's so much more time on my side. I often forget that I'm 26, right?
I forget you're 26.
Yeah,
I sit here and I'm like, I'm running a business. I own a company. I'm like, we're doing really well. And honestly, it's the first time I've thought about my age since when I did my P&L statements last week. Yeah. And I saw how much money the agency made this year. And I was like, holy shit, we're doing it.
Yeah.
And that would have been great for a 35-year-old, and I did it at 26 and all the things I've done before this.
But to put things in perspective, like you're 26 years old, you've been in the business 7 years. Imagine where you're going to be at 36.
I even think about 30, right? I'm thinking about, in 4 years, what can I turn an insurance brokerage to? I want to make a marketable asset that I can sell in 10 years. And I don't want to sell in 10 years. I want to have an asset that's sellable to the point of retirement.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm not saying I'm going to retire in 10 years. I'm saying that I want to have an asset that is sellable with a value that could put me at retirement.
Yeah.
Because insurance, the business is, you will never see a down year enough to basically bankrupt you once you're going for a while. Mm-hmm. Because insurance is a volume game. The more you write, the more residuals you have long term. So if I do, if I work with 1,000 clients this year, which is what we're on pace to do, I could bring in, 200,000-300,000 in revenue. Next year, let's just say I just simply double what I did already. We're at $600,000 in revenue.
Which is nuts.
And they sell at a 3% multiple when you sell in the open market.
Yeah.
That's a $1.8 million book in 2 years.
Which is crazy. If you really, but like, I think, and we had I had this conversation with the kids at like Mercy today. It's like, how many do you want to start a business? And they're like this, they're very scared, right? But it's like, if you go into it with the headspace of like, you know what, I'm young, let me start. I have to.
Did you know you wanted to start a business as a kid?
I always knew.
That was one of my questions.
Yeah, I always knew I didn't want to have like a boss. Like I always
What did you do before this?
Before marketing, before marketing. Yeah. So I worked in the mortgage space.
Really?
Yeah, okay. And before that was in insurance, and I was also.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
I was also, like New York Life insurance.
Yeah, I did know that actually.
Yeah, and then I was a professional stunt performer. So that's how I knew. So that's how I got like my itch for creativity. Right. And then I just like fell it like so I loved marketing in college and taking the classes, but then like I didn't realize like I was like damn like I'm good at this. Like I can figure this out and like make a career out of it. I'm a student of the game because I get so like obsessed with things,
you get wrapped up.
Yeah, I get very wrapped up in it, and like sometimes like I always say to Tony and Michael, I'm like, can we just like we need like 10 clients and I can just focus on them.
Right.
I've heard you guys talk about that before.
Yeah, we've talked about that, and like eventually that's the goal. Like our goal as like Why Not You Media is like get to the point where like we can consult with these marketing teams on how to implement digital correctly, because there's so many things that like we do as a company and teach that is not taught by other marketing agencies. Because like we're not really in an agency. Like we have this saying, like Tony used it a while ago. It's like we're a new school company with an old school mentality. Like there's not many agencies that are going to, like tonight, like I'm going to a cigar meeting, like we're going out to dinners, we have Ocean Prime, we have this, we have that. Like we don't do like.
I'll be at that Ocean Prime one.
Yeah, like how many agencies do you hear doing that?
Right.
Usually agencies are burn and churn. Right. Like let's say you're a client, doesn't work out, I get Austin as a client, doesn't work out, I move on to the next. You don't even probably know who the fuck you're talking to, right? You always get us, and like that's what we're trying to create, and it's a vehicle for us, right? Because there's so many aspects to like what we're doing, and it's constantly like Michael said it perfect the other day. Sometimes we have to take a step back and realize, you know what? There's a lot of business, and we know a lot of owners, you guys probably do too, that are selling their businesses right now because they're failing or they need to pivot. And it's like the fact that we're still in business, we should be grateful.
Yeah,
and that's the fucking truth, you know? And being that, like, back to like what you were saying, like 26 years old, 28 and 29, like I remember I walked into a convenience store the other day, and the woman was like, "Oh, I'm gonna have to charge you like the 3%, like whatever it is on the credit card." I'm like, "No, I totally get it. I own a business." And she's like, "Oh, what do you do?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm blah blah. I'm 29." She goes, "You're so young to own a business." And it's like we really are in the grand scheme of things. Like if you think about the circle we're around, these guys are in their 40s, 50s, 60s, making a ton of money. But like we are babies, like fucking. And you have no kids, nothing, not married. Like,
by the way, you're married.
Yeah.
By the way,
like, you have no kids.
Neither do you. You're not married either.
No, exactly.
You have no kids either.
But to my
Mike's
point,
married, but like he's just married.
He's just married. But to my point, is like
I don't know. Ask Leanne.
But to my point is like we have the ability to continuously fuck up right now.
Yeah.
But
like,
but
you know what though?
Ultimately, be better in the long run.
100%.
But I don't accept fuck up.
But like I mean, fuck up. Like you're gonna fail and learn from it.
Yeah, but I try to, you see, this is the big thing about me, right? Mike walks in here every week for these podcast interviews. I sit in my fucking chair over there. I look at him and I said, dude, every week for a year now, I look at him and I say, dude, business is getting bad.
You just had this comment every
week. You know what? He's right.
But see, you're the type of person, and this is what I'm going to learn about you, and I've learned about you from knowing you. In 10 years, I'll be about 40. You're going to be 36. Yeah. Austin could be making 2.5 a year.
It's not 2.8.
All right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like I could walk into his bigger office in 10 years and be like, yo, what's going on, bro? You want to go for a drink or you want to go play a round of golf?
I'll never turn down either, though, just so you know.
No. And, like, he's going to look at me and be like, dude, it's like business bad. I go, how much you make? He'd be, 2.5. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, I know that's how his mentality is going to be.
You know how cozy his office is going to be at that point?
You guys keep using the word cozy. I'm going to kick both of you out of this cozy.
We're going to walk in. There's going to be a fireplace. There's going to be like a little rug. It's going to be very feng shui.
Yeah, but in all seriousness,
but that's the thing, though.
I've never said.
You're never satisfied.
Yeah. But you know what, though?
But it's a good thing.
But at the end of the day, those moves that all of us in our own right are doing our own thing. As a real estate agent, just like you're essentially a business owner too, Mike.
100%. Yeah.
And I think that at the end of the day, all the moves that we're making right now could potentially put us in a position in 5 to 10 years where we will still be very young, but we'll be at the top, right? Yeah. And I think that I'm approaching that level of being at a peak of a mountain that's not quite the top, because in my business, in order to get to the top, you got to have a book that's worth something on the market.
Absolutely.
Right? And my book is worth something, but not where all these guys that have been in it for 20, 40 years. I mean, listen, I talk to guys all the time. They've been in business for 40 years. And you know what they tell me? I say, how much is your book worth? $1 million, $2 million. What, do you guys fucking suck? I mean, my book's worth $1 million. I've been open a year. And like that's the craziest thing to me. It's like you just need to stay on the track, and that's why every big decision, like Mike and I, I'm not going to tell you what it is right now, but Mike and I are talking about earlier something very big that I'm considering doing for the agency. That'd be a huge risk, very unconventional, and that could be something that shapes me into what I want to do long term.
But video right there, good 3-second hook right there.
There you go.
Right, which part?
That's the hook, and then you have to tell people what it is, and leave a clip in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I'll clip it here,
and
I'll say, what it's all about is making the moves now to reach the next level. But I don't know where the fuck we're going with that clip. But seriously, But it really is about all the moves we're making right now, because those moves that we make right now are so pivotal. Before I make any big decision, I do always think about the long-term effects that it might have on my life. But there are so many people out there, Fran, like, it's funny. I'm thinking about selling one of my rental properties because I fucking hate it.
You don't like being a landlord?
Dude, I'm not fit to be a landlord. And it's okay. I've learned I am not fit to be a landlord.
Nothing wrong with that.
But
my cousin.
I hate it. I want my money back. Dude, like, I don't want
to. Just having a conversation about passive income, which that is.
Well, okay, here's what I really don't like about it, right? For me, I don't when I worked for my previous company, I would go in the direction of my rental property. It's in Bridgeport.
Yeah.
I do not go in that direction.
You can't have someone that just like manages it for you?
They're giving away 10% for things I can do myself. I ain't doing that.
But you don't want to do that 10%.
No, I want to do it myself.
But like, you just said you don't want to do it.
No, I'd rather it's either sell it or like I'll do it myself.
You own it yourself, right?
I have a partner, my cousin.
Okay.
So I was talking to my cousin, and he's like, we were just having a conversation how we really can't sell it. And there are so many people out there, Fran, that would just say, fuck it, put a sign on the lawn, we'll sell it.
Yeah.
Right? But they're not thinking things through about what tomorrow will bring.
Buy and hold.
But forget the buy and hold. It's more of the mindset of like, there are so many people out there right now that do not think long term. They're thinking about today's day and age. I mean, talk about student loans, 15, 18%. Like, people don't think, and it's really crazy.
And they don't. And like, look, obviously, like, you have an investment property. If it's making you money, you keep the fucking thing. You figure it out,
always,
right?
And again, it goes to the drama of how hard is he really work. When's the last time you were there?
Like 2 weeks ago, I had to recaulk the entire fucking shower.
Ago. All right, one time. How many times have you been there since you owned it?
Dude, 17 this year since September.
Do you have good tenants?
I don't want to go on record saying
Okay,
that.
so we'll leave that alone. Cut that out.
But it goes back to
we do not cut shit.
Okay, so whatever. But
I've had this mic the entire time.
Yeah, that's fine.
You want it?
It's so sweaty right now. I don't want to touch it.
Ew, what are you doing?
I'm gonna bite it.
Wait, what was
I
the
don't
point
even
of
know
it?
where we were going.
Yeah,
gotta cut that.
Hold on, you were talking.
Rapid fire?
No, you were talking about fucking
rapid fire.
Rapid
We can
fire.
wrap up.
What the fuck were you just? I wanted to make a point. Oh, people don't know what the fuck they're doing. Oh, but the long-term thought shit. Yeah, it's like no one's willing to delay their gratification, and we deal with that all the time when it comes to social media.
Yeah.
People think the post. Oh, I get leads, I get
It's gonna be
sales.
Immediate success right out of the gate.
No, you're right though. It's very similar.
I use the example of like, if you go to the gym and you want to bench 315 pounds,
I'm not gonna go in there and do
you're not gonna do it in a fucking day.
hell
What are
no.
you, fucking Hulk?
Yeah.
Like, no, it's gonna be a strategy. It's gonna be a fucking diet plan.
Yep.
It's the same thing. You have to look at social media as a fucking athlete.
Yep.
There's different facets of it that are gonna make it work to compete and act as though it's LeBron James.
Yep.
Like, you're not gonna be LeBron James by fucking just one day in the gym. Obviously, he's that's a crazy feat, but you get my point.
Yeah.
I think people need to start having like consequential thought. That's what I like to call it. Is that like you need to think through when you make a decision. How does it affect 40-year-old you?
Well, and you know what that comes down to is just having a business plan. At the end of the day, how much you want to make. What's your goal? What are you going to do with that money once you make that?
Yep.
That's a big thing that a lot of realtors, like in my business, nobody has a business
I got a good question. I got a good question for you.
Yeah.
I got a good question for
Hit
you.
me.
So, all right, during COVID, right? Realtors, loan officers making
made bank. Yeah.
fucking crazy money.
Yep.
Yeah, everyone was making crazy money in the world of real estate.
Yep.
How many of those people made the money, never have come across that money before in their lives, didn't invest a fucking dime,
Yep.
and now we're out of the business?
Bro, so many people. So many. We had this conversation last time. So many realtors didn't save up. Who were we talking to? Joe Shia the other day, right? He has a business, right, that basically invests in realtors that want to get paid out before the start of the transaction, and they take like
what?
They take like 20-30%, right?
I must have not been there for that.
Yeah, well, I think this is when you were stumbling out of the place, but that is a story for another day.
Wait, what?
So okay,
I didn't know that.
so there's a lot of realtors,
He
right?
owns a business like that?
I don't think he
So
owns the business, but he's
explain
part of
that.
the business.
I'm interested. That's
so here's
interesting.
how it works,
Right, makes
according to
sense.
him.
Yeah.
It's like before you go pro and they pay you for.
Like an NIL deal.
Exactly, but you got to
Not
pay.
an NIL deal,
But you get.
Okay.
But the problem is if you do that on every transaction, think about how much money you're losing.
What if your deal falls through?
So
There's like contingencies.
So, hold on, what
They-
you're
they-
tell-
They get you back on the next deal.
So what you're telling me?
Side in the business.
Exactly. Then you just who knows.
Wait, hold on.
Just like the insurance policies these college athletes take.
I need like a.
Pretty
I need
similar,
like
I
a.
think.
So let me just
So smart.
clarify. So let's say I'm a realtor. I have a $500,000 listing, and it's going to close.
You're gonna make 10 grand.
Make 10 grand. You could take money
So,
prior,
So they'll give you the money prior. Let's
like
say
10 grand.
No, they're gonna give you less.
Okay.
They're gonna give you like 7 grand.
Okay.
And then when you get paid out when that deal closes, they're gonna take the 10.
And you take the
they're
7.
making 3 grand.
They're
The
going to
company's making the 3 grand.
Okay. But
You already got paid.
Why would anyone do
Because
that?
there's a lot of realtors that are living paycheck to paycheck and
They need the money. So it's fast money.
exactly. Because
Got
instead
it.
of waiting the 45 days.
So what you're telling me is that like if you have something in contract, it's going to close in 45 days. You could take it the day it's in contract.
Exactly.
Because they know it's going to close and you have a closing date.
Exactly.
All these properties fall through. I don't
Honestly, would you take
Falls
it?
through
Let
left
me
and
ask you. Would you take it? Like, let's say you had like 10 contracts, like
Yeah,
10 contracts,
yeah.
all 45 days till closing, but you
No.
you can walk away with 70 grand.
No way.
No,
Way
you-
too risky, man.
Really?
Think about how much money you're leaving on the table.
Sure, you're probably leaving. You're leaving.
You're leaving
a
it.
deal, right?
Yeah,
That's a lot.
That's all.
That's a
That's
lot.
all your
Of
taxes
your
right
cut,
there.
of your cut.
Right.
Plus that, and that's the other thing about
And by
realtors.
the way, is all those brokers that are taking those deals, they are the realtors that are working for a brokerage. They do not own that brokerage. Probably
Correct,
10
correct.
times out of 10.
And not for nothing, and I know you guys want to do rapid fire, but like, you know, a lot of real estate agents don't realize that they own their own business.
Yep, 100%.
Like you're
Running a small business.
like when you are.
But even if you are working for somebody, like I'm on a team,
Yeah.
you're still running a business.
Yeah, absolutely.
Within a team.
You're an extension.
Yep,
You know,
exactly.
so I think that's something that people have to realize, especially in the real estate industry, is
Yep.
that like if you're taking that quick money, how much money are you leaving on the table that you can use for
100%.
other things?
Yep, very scary.
Yeah, it is very scary. And
People don't think like that.
no, they
People
don't.
don't think like that.
What would Robert Kiyosaki think about that? He'd probably hate that.
Oh yeah, you know, rich dad, poor dad. You know, it's. I think a lot of also though, like, which I love, is success is not based off intelligence. I'm learning that.
dude, no way.
I'm learning.
I'm the least fucking intelligent
Yeah,
person ever.
No, so like.
I failed school like 6 times.
So like I'm learning that more and more often. Like I'm a big like Alex Hormozy nerd. Like I listen to like all his podcasts and shit like that. And like he says it all the time. And like I love this quote. He says that like success is not based off intelligence. It's based off emotional damage that you can take. Because like most people get into business and like don't realize like you potentially are gonna go broke. Then you're gonna have money. Then you're gonna fuck up, and then you're gonna do this, and then you're gonna do that. It's like a back and forth. You're like on this fucking life of like a swing, and that is entrepreneurship 101. Like you're going to have ups and downs. There's no just going up, and you have to have the stomach for it. And most people, and like I learned this, and like these successful guys that were around, they'll be the first person to admit that they're fucking like they'll be like, yo, I'm fucking dumb as shit, but like I'm willing to outwork anybody.
Yep, and it's kind of me.
But like, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes the most intelligent people just don't have work ethic.
All right, Fran, I'm going to go to rapid fire.
Let's go
now.
do it.
If you could travel, oh no, I got a better one.
Don't steal mine this time.
Fran,
Yeah.
if you had any superpower in the world, what would you choose and why?
Oh shit. Superpower. Fly.
Why?
Why? Because just getting places would be so much easier. I'd be.
But other people would fly too, and there would be traffic in the air.
Wait, you're telling me other people? Wait, I'm not the only person with a superpower.
Well, like 30% of the population would also get this wish.
Oh, now you're like adding.
What type of wrinkle is that?
That's a wrinkle. That's fine. Wait, only 30%. 30% of 8 billion is what?
It's a lot of people.
Still a lot of people, but like, come on, like.
what type of wrinkle is that?
Yeah, I'll figure it out. Flying around would be pretty damn cool. Imagine just, all right, see you guys out.
Yeah.
I think you guys would be like,
Avoid all the traffic.
cold though.
I don't know, it's called a jacket. I don't know, I'll create a suit. Call me fucking Superman. I don't know.
Think
Like,
about how much time you'd be saving.
oh my God.
Which time?
From here to get here.
Yeah.
Oh, forget. I hate this right here. Is
That,
ridiculous.
yeah, that,
45 minutes each way. It's
You had
rough.
45 on the way here today?
Yeah, it's
honestly,
you had 45?
45. Yeah.
You came in the middle of the day.
Well, you booked it at the middle of the day.
Dude, I can't believe it was 45 minutes in the middle of the day. I can't do that on the podcast.
yeah, that,
45 minutes in the middle of the day is crazy.
also
but
super
think about all the
strength.
time.
Super strength would be dope.
Yeah.
Strength would be dope.
All right, hit him another rapid fire
All right.
question.
So, all right, here we go. You got one last meal before you die.
Oh boy.
Dude,
But-
this is what you're going with?
Yeah, but this is what you stole from me last week. You didn't let me finish your list. Well, I would. Why we can't?
What
go
I would do with the
second one?
lotto too. Those other ones.
No, that
Let me
is
get my
good.
phone.
All
It's just fine. Tell me I gotta push back.
right, so you got one last meal before you die.
Okay.
What's the restaurant? What are you ordering? And you have 2 people you could sit down with. Who are you sitting with?
Oh shit.
That's tough.
All right, the people have to be alive.
They don't have to be alive.
They don't have to be alive.
No.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to my last. Wow, what restaurant? That is fucking tough.
That's tough, right?
Ooh, damn, dude. What restaurant? What restaurant? All right, got it.
It's a lot of pressure on.
No,
this
I
one.
got it. I got it. Hunan and Larchmont.
Okay.
Sit with my nana and my mom. because that was my nana's favorite spot, and we used to go there all the time.
What are you
easily.
ordering?
We are ordering pork fried rice, boneless spare ribs. My mom is ordering some like fucking weird tofu dish, and she was vegetarian. Yeah, so some weird tofu shit, and then my nana's definitely getting like a chicken and broccoli.
So I want to see one of the snack videos with you eating that tofu.
All right, yeah, we'll make it happen. I'll make it happen. I'll eat some tofu. I'm actually making Nikki eat sushi for the first time. So
That's cool.
Yeah, he's never had sushi. He hates raw fish. Hates fish.
Go sweet potato roll.
No, he's gotta eat raw. Like we're hoping.
Hey,
to figure it
Fran.
out.
It's me. I'm back. If you could travel anywhere in time, whether it be the future, the past,
Oh shit.
or the present, what would you choose?
How am I traveling the present?
Well, you can fly, right?
All right, future or past?
Well, it could be present too. You can go to
Present,
like
yeah.
you can go like across town, or you can go to like Yankee Stadium, like whatever you
I
want.
don't know. Oh my god. Like the future would be kind of like nerve-wracking.
Like, do you want to go see your first kid be born? Like, what do you want to
No,
do?
you know, nah.
I don't want you to answer with that. I
No,
want you to
no,
give me
no,
something
no. I get
cool.
what you're saying.
Well,
The future.
according to Fran, we all have kids, so.
Yeah. No, or no. I said we don't. Have
I
kids.
might.
Yeah, we might. Who knows? No, future. Not necessarily. I feel like the future is like cool to keep like mysterious. Past. I would love to travel to like New York City in like the 1950s. I would love to just be around that environment.
What would you
But what would I do?
No social media back then, though.
No, yeah,
Fran would have no job.
I'd figure something out. But no, I would love to just see like the difference in regards to like how being that there was no social media in the 1950s was like a really cool place. I feel like in history in New York City, like with just how the streets were and how the culture was, the environment. I don't know. I think I also watched too many mob movies, so like just seeing like the 1950s and stuff
Just
would be
like
really
the
cool.
way they dress.
Yeah, the way they dress, everything like that. I think also like it'd be kind of cool if I didn't get killed to go back and see some dinosaurs.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yo, Mike, where would you go? I'm actually genuinely curious where we'd all
I kind of
go.
like the New York City thing. I'm not
I know,
gonna
it's
lie,
good.
Like, that's,
No, but I wouldn't
that's
choose the
kinda hard.
50s. I wouldn't choose the. If I was going to choose New York City, I'd go to the 20s.
You're definitely going to fucking Woodstock.
Oh, Woodstock would be dope.
Come on.
I don't know.
Woodstock?
I'm not like a music festival guy, though. Like, I love the
Meanwhile,
day.
he's
Yeah.
got a concert every week, but he's
Not anymore. Only summer. I'm a summer concert guy. But I think I'd go to the 1920s, like speakeasy times.
Or like
assuming
Prohibition.
Yeah, like assuming I had like success at that point, like if there was insurance and I was selling it.
Honestly, like if you think about
That would be
like,
dope.
All right, like if you really break it down, like traveling in time,
Yep.
like if I had the ability to travel in
You'd have a
time,
heart attack when you landed wherever you were going because you'd be so like, oh my god.
yeah, that too.
Misplaced, like-
That too. But like, all right, let's
I'd
put.
be in the worst.
I'm adding a
You'd
wrinkle.
be screwed, 'cause
You're screwed.
Tech crazy. Like,
Yeah, unless I was in the future.
I'm adding a wrinkle though.
Okay.
All right, so let's say we can
we go.
travel in time and just not die, right? Like you can travel.
Yeah.
I would want to travel back to like every single period of time, like American Revolution, the
would
Civil
not.
War. I would want to fucking live all that shit.
yeah.
I do
like,
not.
like all of it.
Yeah.
Every piece of history. Like I want to get chased down.
Yeah,
by
there's
like,
so-
Normandy,
by the way-
on beach, like,
by the way,
that'd be fucking terrifying.
insane.
There are certain pieces of history that I don't think we should go live.
Maybe not go, but like, all right, signing of the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah. It's
Imagine
a long
being in the
time
room.
ago. Think
Imagine
about
all right, what would you do if you saw Mike and I in that photo?
I mean, I'd have to assume it was one of your ancestors.
I'm trying to see Jesus.
Ooh, wow.
Come on. BC,
Deep. We're getting deep now.
Roman Empire.
I don't want to see anything.
How often do you think about the Roman Empire?
Never. Oh, dude, that's a TikTok trend.
Yeah, I know. That's why I brought
Dude,
it
the
up.
deepest I'll go is 1920, and I'm not even excited about it. Like, I'd want to go see a speakeasy. I think I'd be pretty cool in the
17.
1920s.
Wait, what was it? Independence.
1776. Jesus Christ.
Like, let's go hang out with like Tom Edison
I don't want to hang out with Tom
or
Edison.
Ben Franklin.
Dude, I don't know what I would do with myself if there was no phones.
Yo, I gotta be honest. I don't think I'd want to go back.
No,
if
me
you
either.
Give me the option. I'd say no.
All right, let me ask you. Here's a question. I got a question for both of you. I can talk about all that. It's bad. All right, would you go back to when there was no social media?
No.
No.
No,
No.
What about you?
I think so.
I like my life.
Like social media is okay.
I like it here.
Yeah, dude, we do. Yeah,
Like
we-
right now, it's cozy office, bro.
No, like don't get me wrong. Like we lived during a really cool time, but like think back to like before social media, like before Facebook, before Zuckerberg.
Do I know it exists at that time? Do I know it existed already? Like, am I going back as a plant in the past?
Yes. Like
So-
you know, the future has social media.
Oh, then no, I don't want to fucking go. Dude, I would get there, I'd be like, all right, what's going on Instagram? Dude, my screen time is 9 hours a day.
That's
I
bad.
still miss MySpace.
You know what?
I could go back.
Oh, you're not a MySpace guy.
You
There's
know
no
what my
way.
Hold on. Would you know what?
MySpace was the best.
Do you know
You
what my
from the Tom?
Do you know what my average screen time was for Instagram
Hold on, wait. Let's,
per day? Per day.
Let's see what mine is.
I'm
Oh,
thinking
mine's recording.
16 hours.
What do you think?
Per day?
Yeah, what you think? 16 hours?
Are you crazy? He
Holy
sleeps
fuck.
for 8 hours, dude.
Yeah,
All right, well, what's the math on that?
You think he's sleeping and then he's just, oh my God, I'm on Instagram?
No, what? Like, what do
You know what? That's what I want my
What do you
social
think?
media guy to be doing.
What do you think?
Like, I mean, it's probably much less
We're
dramatic.
talking screen time. I'm not talking about
Like the
being
time I'm on the app.
on the app.
Yeah.
I thought you just meant on your phone.
Oh, screen
that was a
time-
crazy
no,
answer.
Screen time is like 8 hours a day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, me too.
Yeah. No, that's screen time.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
talking about, but on social media, what's your?
Oh, my
it's
screen
gotta
time
be-
on social media is not terribly high.
Yeah,
It's
mine's
half
nothing.
that.
No,
Really?
no, it's like fucking 30 minutes.
What?
Yo, yeah, seriously, because if you think about like when it comes to like Instagram and stuff, like,
That's
like
just Instagram.
yeah, like well, that's like social media, like
I'm gonna have to cut you off, guys, in like 5 minutes. I have a call with a client.
that's fine. You gotta do what you gotta do.
I already pushed it back 15 minutes.
But like the way, okay,
It's like cool in the background.
yeah, that'd be so funny, dude. On the
I'll do it,
podcast,
bro, I'll
live
do it.
call. That's
Yo,
content.
I'll
do it, I'll
What type of call is it?
It's
Like,
a broker of record.
So
What does that
can-
mean?
Can it be filmed or?
what does that mean?
Anything if it's my own the fucking company.
What's a broker? What does that mean?
It means I'll just fucking basically mute it I'll mute his voice, but I'll leave myself in it, but I'm
That'd
muted
be
in.
great content.
You want me to leave it in?
Yo, I'm gonna be
Yeah,
honest.
I've been thinking about doing that for myself.
You
with
should.
clients, but don't you got to get their permission to?
No.
to
You
record?
just no. You have to get their permission, but you can also mute them, right? And just put what they're saying. But then people might think you're lying.
Right.
No, that's actually
You want to do it? You wait 5 minutes. I'll tell him, hey, I'll do 5:05.
yeah. Fuck it, do
Yeah.
it.
What's the call about?
What's it call about?
To get a broker of record.
Neither of us.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, idea what that
Should be good for 5:05. Call
Wow, it's 5 o'clock
rep
already.
It's 5:04 right now.
Yeah.
5:01. Sorry.
earlier than anticipated. This is for a broker of record. So for those at home, let me make sure we're still recording. I'm going to tell you what it is now. A broker of record is basically when a policy is. Wow, we're going for a long time.
How long are we going?
42.
Holy shit!
It's basically when
apologize.
We
another.
have a lot of videos from this one.
It's basically when a client has a policy with another broker, you can't beat it. So what happens is you just take over the account. So what I'm.
Full throttle takeover call.
Yeah, so
Take
I need
over.
to see. Let me see if I can pull up my guard quote. Basically, this is the final call. So, like, I need to send him broker of record quotes potentially, or broker of record documents
You
potentially.
should fucking record your calls if you're legally allowed to.
You are
so that
not
people,
legally allowed
No, I meant like just so like people could see what it's like. Or like, are you allowed to record? Like, let's say someone calls you for insurance. Are you allowed to like record you explaining them insurance?
Or
Yeah,
what questions
I
to
tell
ask.
Connecticut is a one proxy state, so I tell them like if you call my work cell, which I don't think either of you do, you'll basically
Yell at
get.
us if I call you on that number.
I get mad.
He gets very upset.
You get a message that says this call is being recorded. Okay, so this
Oh,
is,
so you could.
this is for a 7,000 plus 3,000. This is for a $10,000 account. I have to switch one of his properties over to this company because I don't have the other company, but I'll be broker of recording the other stuff.
See, most of my screen time is text messages.
Yeah, I can see that.
Mine
Shit
too.
doesn't stop.
Let's see what this screen time is on this phone.
This is the word phone?
You guys want to? I know. Do you guys want to close it up?
Yeah, we can
All
wrap
right. How do you want to wrap this?
Wrap
All right,
this call.
we're done. Bye.
Later.
Deuces.
Great job.
That was actually
That
fun.
was fucking killer.
That was fun.